Angela Hochman, your host of In the Kitchen on STL TV. I am thrilled to have, again, not one, I've got two guests in my kitchen today, straight from Tempus, okay, newly reopened. I brought Vito and Amy Racanelli. How are you two?
We're doing great.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Good. Oh, I'm so happy. I want to hear everything that's going on. More importantly, to start off, what's cooking here?
So we're going to make something off of our Supper Club menu, and Supper Club is generally the last Friday of every month.
Okay.
And
penciled
it's we were having a conversation with Amy's grandmother about when she was young, and we always wondered what the Supper Club was.
Right.
So it was Grandma's, what birthday was it?
89th.
89th birthday.
The stories were flowing,
Right.
I'm sure.
And the stories were flowing, and we were like, hey, Grandma, tell us about Supper Club when you were a little girl. And she was like, oh, you know, everybody would get together, and we would, you know, they would decorate, whether it would be, you know, whatever the local tavern was, but this night they would decorate it and make it look nice, and
amazing.
Everybody would get dressed up, and the radio station would either broadcast from there, or there'd be music, and it was just an evening of camaraderie, and everybody got together and they stayed.
That's awesome. So that's your event night. You show up, you're there the whole night.
You're there the whole night. Yeah.
Right, and we have live music, jazz, blues,
amazing.
bossa nova. We switch it out each time.
Oh, I love it.
So with that being said, when it was time to like, well, what are we going to serve? We're like, well, you know, I have strong Italian roots, and Amy, you know, she grew up in Illinois, and you know, grew up on a farm, and you know, very from the earth cooking. We're like, well, we have to keep this relatively Midwestern, and you know, we want to stay away from ocean fish, and do things that are just kind of, you know, very comforting.
Absolutely.
You know, just
I think
keeping
that
it
throwback
simple.
of your menu aligns with the Supper Club throwback, where you're just like, come as you are, enjoy, get dressed up, forget about your day.
Right.
So Tempus, real quick, let's talk. This is not a go in and enjoy a dinner. This is a curated event / pop-up special event space only.
Yes.
Correct.
Awesome.
Yeah. Reservations you can make
guys.
through our website, tempusstl.com.
Okay.
And we have our scheduled events there. So the last Friday of every month, we have some other dinner series you might talk about, as well as we do a lot of private events for people.
Oh, that's perfect. So let's get going on we're making stuffed trout with cornbread crab stuffing?
Yes, yes. So again, it's stuffed trout. There is a little bit of crab in there because we wanted to make it rich.
Okay,
but even though it's you know, crab is widely used in a lot of Southern cooking and whatnot, but you know, it kind of makes its way through the Midwest and whatnot, certain parts. St. Louis is kind of a cross culture.
Yeah.
You know, we have a
very
little bit
much
of, we have
so.
a lot of everything going on here, so we figured it would be okay to use a little bit of crab in some of these things, but not a lot. Plus also Amy makes like the best crab cakes ever. So.
Well, there you go, Chef Amy. And so you two are both chefs. You're both the managing partners. So how does it work at Tempus? Are you both in the kitchen calling the shots? Is it one of you? Is it multiple people?
I guess we just know how to work together. We've been doing it for so long, and married for so long, we just kind of figure out.
Got 3 children together, you've got to learn to be a good team.
We just figure out who's doing what, and it works.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have absolutely figured it out.
Yeah.
So you reopened in November.
Correct.
Okay, so how has the turnout been, for example, for these supper clubs?
Oh, it's been great.
It's been awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of support from, you know, I mean, we've been in the restaurant industry for some time. So a lot of people that we've known have been happy to come back and come visit us, So
I'd love to talk a bit about your history combined. I mean, you two have, dare I say decades, you don't look it, but decades of restaurant experience.
I did just celebrate my 50th birthday.
Well, happy birthday, cheers to you. So talk about a few of your other concepts.
So with Tempus is primarily private event space.
Yes.
Right?
Got it.
So with that being said, before that, we were in Clayton at a restaurant called Mad Tomato, which was a rustic Italian restaurant. And then for years before that, I was at Onesto, which was in South St. Louis City.
Yes.
Yeah, I started that restaurant.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, now I'm showing my age, right?
No, you don't look a day past. No, okay, and you also have, is it Big V's Barbecue?
Big V's Craft Barbecue it's barbecue catering, and we've been doing that about 2 years now. Barbecue is just a hobby of mine. So
what a great hobby to have. My
I was a chef for this little brewery in Soulard.
Oh.
Yeah, for a number of years.
Okay.
Yeah, they make a beer called Budweiser.
I think I've heard of it. It's a local one, right?
Yeah. I was one of the corporate chefs there, and I was on the innovations team. So I did culinary development innovation for them. So a big part of what I would do was create barbecue recipes.
Oh my gosh.
So I did R&D around barbecue, and I traveled around the country just to learn about barbecue and whatnot.
Well, you were living the dream, Vito.
I was living the dream. So I had the opportunity, well, because I was helping make barbecue recipes that contain Budweiser for on the on-premise.
That probably makes a great barbecue sauce.
Oh yeah, it does.
Some Budweiser with that brisket.
Well,
my gosh. So you keep mincing that garlic. It smells amazing, by the way. We're gonna take a very quick break. When we come back, we're gonna finish up this trout. I'm dying to try it and learn a little bit more about some of these very special events you can only find at Tempus.
Did you know parking over tall, dry grass can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
We are back within the kitchen on STL TV. I have got Chef Amy and Chef Vito Racanelli from Tempus. And right now I say we as if I'm really helping. I'm observing Chef Vito here making a stuffed trout that you can find on their supper club menu. So it looks like you're working on the stuffing, is that right?
Yeah, right now what I did was I have the crab in here, the cornbread. I've got some green onion, a little of our own Cajun seasoning. We make our own spices. I'm
telling you, I've had trout. I have never had a trout with that, ever. So let's talk a bit, Amy. You mentioned supper club. That's a once-a-month event. People have to make a reservation. It's capped at about 50 people. Explain the menu that goes on at supper club.
So the menu is different than for our other events.
Oh, okay.
It's right here. It's pretty fun. It's like surf and turf style.
Perfect.
Some really fun steaks, stuffed trout, crab cakes, chopped salads, appetizers.
That's amazing. So this is pretty much, unless you change things here and there, as chefs do, and seasons happen. But if someone wants to have like their birthday party or a huge event there, they would work on their own menu with you? Is that how it works?
Correct, yeah, we could work directly with them, as well as we're getting ready to post all of our new catering menus on our website.
Okay.
So we could definitely incorporate something like this into their menu, but it wouldn't be limited to that.
Fantastic. So in addition to Supper Club, talk to me a bit about the Roots Culinary Journey. I love that title.
So fun. You know, this was kind of his idea.
So Roots is really just some insight to the mind of a chef, and it's really the dinner's based upon like the dishes or the experiences that wanted that person to become a chef.
Oh, that's cool. So they're sort of leading the event.
Yes, it's all about the chef.
Yes. So it's one seating in the dining room.
Oh my gosh.
For this, we only have up to 30 people in our dining room side.
Okay.
And then the guest chef will prepare the food in our kitchen.
Okay.
And bring out each course, and then talk to the dining room, to the guests, about what inspired them, their journey, their childhood, whatever they have planned.
That is, that's access you don't normally get from a chef. What's
No,
your
not at
journey?
all.
Oh, and you're going to make it and present it and like hang with me. How cool do the people feel?
Fun.
So
really
I did the first one because I wanted to just kind of figure it out.
As you should.
And I remember as I was getting into like some of the dishes as a child, you know, having spent a lot of time in Italy, visiting family and whatnot, and just remembering a lot of those different things, I just lost it. It pre-shift with my staff. I just couldn't control myself. I started crying because I was thinking about, you know, grandparents and uncles and people had passed, and just some of the things that were there.
Yeah.
You know, and everything that, you know, you take these things for granted per se because, you know, when you're 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, you know, 13 years old and you're spending time in Italy, you know, you're thinking you're bored. Right? It's like, oh, I'm bored right now.
But looking back, you're like, oh, I'd love to be back in Italy.
And you know, and like, and my, you know, my uncle's pulling things, you know, like salami and charcuterie that were made by pigs that he raised and all these different things, and I'm taking these things for granted.
Yeah.
You know, now here I am, older, and I'm like, wow, you know, I want that again. And it was a way for me to honor that and go back and say, this is what it is.
Beautiful.
And then after me, it was our good friend Jim Fiala. I call him Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yeah, I think everybody does. They just celebrated their 25th year at the Crossing.
Oh my gosh.
Which we're really proud of him for doing that.
One of the best in town.
It truly is. And Jimmy's one of the best in town. Not just a good chef, but just a great person.
Perfect.
charitable, and just, you know, I want to be him when I grow up.
Just a good human. I was
Just
about to ask you who inspires you.
Yeah.
Dare I say, Jimmy might be your guy.
Definitely one of my
That
inspirations.
smells good.
And you know, he did his and really just got into it, and then the same thing happened to him in the middle.
Yeah.
In the middle of his presentation, he just started to cry because he was talking about Adam from Machero, and then, you know, Jack McMurray did his, and then in the middle of Jack's, he started to cry because people forget as chefs, you know, we're cooking for you, and it has to kind of, all of a sudden, it has to be something that, you know, when we do it for ourselves, it's very special. So,
Absolutely.
I'm
That's
gonna-
incredible.
Let's get
And
this trout going here.
yeah.
it's like you never know when you'll be the person that inspires someone the way you've been inspired.
Yes.
Ooh.
So I just put peppers,
Top this off.
peppers, onions. Yeah, no, leave that on because I'm gonna cook the trout now in the same pan.
Oh, we're getting close.
And we have one there on display that we just
Yeah.
Perfect.
made
And
a few
these
minutes
you
ago
mentioned.
to show you.
Yeah, these are some of your top sellers, I understand,
At
at
Supper
Supper
Club, yeah.
Club. Do you have a favorite menu item? At the end of the day, you're at Supper Club. Which one are you snacking on?
Yeah, the crab stuffed trout, so good. We make a Chiron sauce, and we have Swedish meatballs here, and
Oh my gosh.
what else?
The green beans look
desserts
delightful.
here,
Talk
ice cream
about
sundaes.
I love it. Throwback, the gooey butter cake. Way to
Yeah.
keep it local. So, you two, we are winding down on our time. I'm gonna pop around and grab a fork because I don't know about you two, but I'm a little hungry. And I would love to try that trout.
Yep. There's one that you can try right there.
Okay, I'm just
There's a
gonna
little,
make my way
spicy,
on over.
little spicy remoulade sauce on there, so it's got some meat to it.
Bring it on. Okay, let's take it.
And then we'll,
I've just never had all of these ingredients in one place and on one plate. You two are amazing. Okay, see if I can attempt to get it. I'm a sauce girl, so here we go.
do it.
Oh my.
And you'll
That
have
is a little spicy. You are not lying.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Are you kidding me?
Go ahead and pop that one out.
Okay, that makes me want to make a reservation like now. For Supper Club, I understand that they do fill up quickly. I can absolutely understand why. You two are doing such great things in the community. I love the way you just sort of, you know, turned the event world upside down with all the possibilities. You know, you
Yeah.
had an idea, you had a concept, you ran with it. Tempus is doing amazing, and I can't wait to see what's to come.
Yeah, we're
So-
looking forward to you coming and seeing us.
Oh, I can't wait. That's what I'm ordering. I'm just putting my order in now. You two, thank you so much. Vito, Amy, really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to hang in the kitchen with me. That is going to do it for this delicious episode of In the Kitchen on STL TV, where we want to take you on different field trips around the St. Louis food community. I think we absolutely did that today. So with that, we're going to wind down this episode. Make sure you follow STL TV on all things social media. Got lots of good stuff going on. And of course, while you're on social, find Tempus. Their website's where it's at. That's how you can see events, sign up for things, book your parties, okay? This is the place to be. All your friends will be very jealous. So that's going to do it. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.